So this is my Thursday forecast, and let's get started with the euro. What we had was we had this impulse to the upside, and then we had this expanding range. So we're breaking the highs, retracing, breaking the lows, retracing, just moving in this expanding channel. So something like this. And then what we had was we had this impulse push to the upside with a clean close, one pullback candle, then we got another impulse to the upside. So to me, this signals strength and momentum to the upside, and then at the top we got this, let's say, pausing price action and then a large wick. So because I saw this strength and momentum, and to me this looks like a trend, so I would classify this as a trending market. I was looking for a bullet trade, so and I am currently in a bullet trade, but I don't want to place a risk reward tool because then it would be sort of a signal, because we still haven't broken the low or the high. So I am currently in a long bullet trade, and I entered it because I saw this nice, very clean descending price action, and I know on the euro this sort of descending structure to entry plays out loads of times and plays out very good. And I know that the bullet level is the bottom of a range. So I was very happy to take this 1% risk, and currently I'm waiting to get either stopped out or to break the high. So what I can forecast is that we will have this push, then I would look for a continuation, or we can have a push, pull back, another push, signaling a continuation of the trend. I will then enter a bullet trade. What can also happen is we can just range between the low and the high, not really giving us any direction. And also what can happen is that we can have this descending structure, then impulse push to the upside, look for a trade, or we will have this ascending break of the high, impulse push to a downside, and if we get a nice big clean impulse, I will look for a trade. We can also get an impulse to the downside straight from here. Then I will look for a trade, because we know that on the euro we can have this descending and then impulse in the same direction, or we can have an impulse, pull back, another impulse signaling a trend, look for a bullet trade. So yeah, currently in a euro dollar long, and waiting to see price break the lower the high. Let's move on to the Aussie and the US dollar. So what we had here, we had this impulse to the upside, broke the high, retraced. Then we had this ascending structure right here. Just a second. So something like this. And then what happened after that ascending structure is we had this impulse push to the upside, which signaled to me a continuation of this trend. And I know that the Aussie trends correctively. So I was waiting to enter a long trade. And after we got this nice impulse push, it signaled a continuation of trend. We got a clean close. I immediately placed a pending order on the bullet level. So got tagged in, and then the price continued to go to the upside. Then the price broke the high, retraced. I managed to move my stops under here and got stopped out of this trade for 2.7%. So it was a very good trade, and it fit my plan 100%, really a textbook trade. And now currently what we have, let me just delete this. So currently we have broken the low with momentum. We got I would say 2 small wicks, and currently this to me looks like a bigger ascending structure. So something like this, a bigger ascending structure. And now we have broken the low with momentum and continued with that momentum. So currently I want to see what happens. I want to see how we reach the bullet level, and depending on how we reach it and what happens in the next few candles, I will look to enter a bullet reversal trade, which would be a very good trade because I'm seeing this large ascending. I'm seeing the break of the low with momentum, and I'm seeing a continuation of the momentum. So yeah, that's it for the Aussie and the US dollar. Let's move on to the Aussie and the Japanese yen. So this actually looks the worst out of all the pairs. out of all the 3 pairs that I trade. What we had was we had this impulse to the upside, then we had this ascending structure, then a continuation of the trend. Then we have this expanding range, so breaking the highs retracing, breaking the lows retracing, signaling to us further range in price action. And from there, what we got was we had this impulse push to the upside. At the end, we got a huge wick. So I was not going to enter a bomb because I saw this very wicky price action. And to me, it's a no trade for a bomb. And I was not looking for a bullet or a combo trade because I saw this second leg had very high momentum. So it pulled back with quite a lot of force to the entry. So I removed my order. And they are currently not in any trades. And I have not taken any trades on the Aussie and the Japanese yen. So that's it for the forecast. I'm waiting for the euro to break the high or the low. For the Aussie, I would like to see a bullet reversal trade, and Aussie Japanese yen, just waiting to see what happens because we have just broken the low and retraced. So to me, this is signaling ranging price action, not really giving me any moves. What I would like to see is an impulse to the downside, look for a trade. Maybe an impulse pull back another impulse, look for a bullet trade. Maybe a descending, nice clean descending impulse to the upside, look for a trade, or an ascending structure, nice clean big ascending impulse to the downside, look for a trade. This would be a V reversal. If we get this impulse push to the upside, signaling to me a range, so I would stay out. And yeah, I think these are all the possibilities that I'm waiting on the Aussie and the Japanese yen. So that's it for the forecast, and I'll see you in the next one.